Hello everyone and welcome back to Divide and Conquer version 5, and we are finally back to Angmar, which looks like I last played in October 18th and it is now December 18th as of the time of this recording. So it's been 2 months since we last uh, were, fighting our war in the north, but finally we are here, and there has been a recent update to Angmar. I'm not sure if Galadirthin has posted anything about this or if there's anything in the Discord, but we do have brand new unit UIs for the Angmar roster, and I think even these Orc Hunters and Orc Fighters were updated too. It looks like those are brand new. But as you can see, not the Bulk Champions, of course, that's Gundabad. And I think these Barrow Wights are the old ones, but of course the Huskarls, Northgard, the Black Shield Warband, the Angmar Infantry, actually not the Black Shield Warband, I'm not sure why I said that, the Iron Crown units, it's all just looking much better. Guardians of Cardolan, the Wargs, I don't believe the Snow Trolls have been updated, those still look like they are what they are, but I guess they are mostly a Gundabad unit. Brand new Dark Shard images, Hillmen, and pretty much everything, I would guess, except for the Barrowites look to be the only ones that retain their old UI. But these wargs are definitely much better than they were before. I believe you couldn't really see the face of the warg, but I could be wrong about that. Now, we have left off here at Annúminas, and I would rather fight the army and siege the settlement rather than simply cheesing it and killing this army, but I kind of want to get rid of this army on the field, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to peel off one of these units just to go besiege the capital, and then we'll go ahead and fight this army out on the field. That way we're not having to deal with them at the same time that we are assaulting this place, because I worry that if we besiege Annúminas, they will join the fight and will basically have a super easy field battle outside of Annúminas where their AI will try to run out of the city. So to prevent that, I'm going to go ahead and kill Captain Bellicthor from the outside. The question is, which unit do we want to get rid of? I think we'll just go ahead and move the Hunters out. They will start the siege just like that, and the Witch King will be able to attack Captain Bellicthor. Doesn't look like he... that's a little annoying. We got stuck here. I am going to do the character reset thing, because it's a little annoying how we did get stuck right here. If I can even figure out which one is the Witch King. What's it gonna be? He might be under like a Nazgul moniker. I'm not sure. That's actually a little bit annoying. But I guess in this case, they're now stuck over here, so maybe... You know, this is fine. We can just go ahead and besiege the settlement. I just don't want to be attacked by them, is all. And if I can avoid that, I think I'd be pretty happy. We're going to get 2 rams and 2 towers. And then next turn we'll bring Captain Gorsod back into the Witch King's army. We can fight these guys in the city, but like I said, I don't want them to escape. We're also moving Badwila over to Garth Heligoth. He's got a kind of a mixed bag of an army, if I have to say so myself. But we do have reinforcements nearby. Let's merge those gents. Looks like they're as merged as they can get. I think, yeah, he looks okay. We have reinforcements at Cardoon, and we are making about 7,000 gold a turn. So we might as well grab more Northgard, more Halberdiers, pretty much everything that's going to be armor piercing and effective against the dwarves. So we're going to want Mount Grime Marauders, definitely. And can we get anything else in Mount Gundabad? Maybe any new orcs? Looks like we could. We also may have... I'm not sure how far Erebor is going up here. Looks like they're kind of at a stalemate right now. We might have to go eastwards and get more orcs here. And we do have the fort, I believe, right? No, Gundabad has the fort. We have the one down here. Uralstone is just kind of chilling, and they still have that fort. So we might as well just improve the garrison situation here, just in case we ever do have to fight Erebor to the east. So I'll prepare a small army here. Do we really want Halberdiers, or do we just want the Iron Crown Warriors? That's the real question. Yeah, we'll go for the Warriors. I feel like you don't really... Like, Halberdiers are nice because they're armor piercing, but they also have relatively lower attack stats. Let's see, you move to finish Druidin so that we can pull Agandaur out of that settlement. Looks like we actually finally can. So yeah, Agandaur, head up to the front line, my man. You need to get up here. We have reinforcements. We're going to take the fort. Ingar, are you also going down there? I'm not even sure where I have you going. Maybe just stay in that settlement for now. I believe we might be at an end turn, although we actually could push into... Let's just go straight to Garth Heligoth and start the siege. Now, I believe they've upgraded it. It looks like, yeah, it's a stronghold, so it has been upgraded. We're going to want some proper siege equipment. Let's get a few ladders and then attack that next turn. I don't believe we have any missions, so we're just going ahead and end the turn. Now, I'll probably make another video relatively soon. Oh, they are going to sally out. Let's pull back Captain Gorsod. I don't want him to be engaged in that battle that way. I'd rather have control of the Witch King. And like I said, I don't want them to sally out. It was kind of a weird maneuver I just did. But as I was saying, I'd like to do a short video where I will probably have a poll asking about the next faction. I'm not sure who I want to be yet, and we still have some time left in the Angmar and in the Dol Guldur campaigns, and I'm kind of a fan of doing 2 at a time rather than having 3 campaigns going. The plan with Angmar is we will go west, we will take out the dwarves, and we will finish off the elves, but after that, the war is pretty much won in the north, and I'm not sure how much farther I would want to go from there. We have Gundabad on our east, and I'm sure they'll handle our enemies that way. If I had to guess on who I'd want to play, I will honestly say this, that I wanted to do the Reunited Kingdom, but Galadirthin got to it, and I'm just going to let him do that. I don't know if you guys would even want to see a second person playing through basically the same thing. I mean, he's gone for the Gondor unification. I could do the Shire and Breland annexation run through, but I feel like it's way more interesting to go into Gondor and Dol Amroth and play it that way. But I will not consider it out of the realm of possibility. I would, if I was to say what I prefer to do, I prefer to not be where we currently are, like up in the north. I mean, we've done Ered Luin before. We're playing Angmar. I wanted to do Dunlin, but Dunlin is currently on a bit of a hiatus at the moment, so it may be some time before they actually get properly updated. So I'm not really sure. I guess I would be willing to play Rohan, Harad, maybe Rune, but I know Izzy was playing Rune in Divide and Conquer AGO, which is, in my opinion, that's a more interesting way to play Rune. I have checked out some of his videos for that playthrough, and I like what I see for Rune there. So I'm not sure if I want to do a Divide and Conquer version of Rune. We might go back to doing a good faction, as we haven't done that in a short while. I'd love to get some catapults out here as soon as I can. Harad, I don't know if I said that. So Harad, Rohan, maybe Dale, maybe the dwarves of Erebor could be an option. Gondor themselves. Yeah, I'm gonna keep thinking about it. Maybe even the Breland, but you know what? Let's get on topic with the episode here. Let's go and do what you guys want to see, and we shall go in, attack the Dunedain at Annúminas, and we shall have a beautiful battle. Do we wish to do this at night, or do we want to do this at day? I think we'll go ahead and do a night battle. It does get Captain Bellicthor out, but I think it will look visually more interesting. Although it's kind of, I mean, if we have the option and we can do a night attack, you should. It stops the reinforcements from joining the battle, and I can always toggle on some of those filters to make it a little less dark. We'll see what it looks like. And I believe this is an image of what I would guess is Goblin Town, although this also looks like one of the settlements in Shadow of War. I know there's a cave area and there's like a little orc fortress within the caves, and that's what this kind of reminds me of. This looks like a troll down here, so this might be Shadow of War. You know what? I think I like the grim lighting as it is. Of course, here is the Witch King himself with a unit of Guardians of Cardoon, incredibly powerful bodyguard, armor piercing. I don't think there's another armor piercing cavalry bodyguard in the game, so the Witch King is quite powerful. I do know for Mordor he does get the mounted Temple Knights, but Guardians are on a whole nother level. So we're going to go through the gates. We're going to see if we can hop on these towers. Cell swords, why don't you take those walls? We'll have orc fighters go up there. Huskarls, why don't you hold up Iron Crown warriors? I'm not opposed to having you guys up there, but I think I want Angmar infantry since they're shielded. That looks good. And is that both of our towers? Okay, that's all we've got. Let's pull back the trolls just a little bit, and we'll move up these guys. Let's get the archers together. All of you guys, please. Excellent. We have a couple barrow wights. Let's pull you guys back a bit farther, and I'm sure we're fine as we are now. Alright, let's start that battle. Hopefully it's not too laggy. What is going on? Okay, that was very strange. Alright, let's move up. Looks like we can take those walls. And I'm going to do that thing I always keep forgetting to do before I start recording. Turn down that grass detail. Even though with it low, like there's nothing here, but there's such a noticeable difference that I've observed. So it looks like they're not actually taking the walls in too many places. Oh, no, I was wrong. Let's head for that section where the Dunedain Rangers are. And I'm glad I put these guys with the shields over here. Looks like most of these arrows will be hitting the siege tower, which is exactly what we want. You guys are heading up to more Dunedain Rangers. They aren't shielded, so they will take some damage here, but these are mercenaries. If they die, then so be it, and the orc fighters will make their way up to the gates. Now, the one hard thing about Annúminas is basically it's one super long choke point. You can go through the side walls here, but we don't really have the equipment for that, although I guess in hindsight I could have had one ram over here. If you had a lot of siege equipment and a lot of time to besiege it, you could totally, basically, completely surround the enemy. Although, actually, now that I look at it, can you even put a tower on these walls? You actually can't, so you'd be forced to go through the gatehouse and just fight through that. So, I'm not sure what the tactical advantage is on this side. Maybe that should be updated so that there is more land over here similar to the front. Otherwise, it's not really that defensible over there. But I guess it's hard to assault, too. Alright, these cell swords are taking huge damage. They've lost about 30. But most of these arrows are missing, which is nice for us. A lot of these Dunedain scouts look like the bodyguards are down here also. So they're wasting armor-piercing arrows shooting up and over, meaning they are missing a lot of shots. But they are still very accurate, so we'll take some damage. Once they get into this tower, though, they will be safe. We just need these Angmar infantry to also get in their tower. Looks like they're about to push it in. Excellent. Arthedain footmen did come out to play. Now the question is, do we wish to bring in the Witch King? These are only light infantry, but they are also armor piercing. So I'm thinking, where are you guys? Let's move you guys in. Let's get some swords in there. Bulk champions might be nice. They are shooting at us. That's a little unfortunate. We can bring up these orc fighters, have them hop in that tower. Alright, come on, lads. Are you all in here? Can't even see what they're doing. Let's get a camera view in this tower. Interesting how this tower is also completely covered. They're still firing. I hope they don't, like, fall to the death. This is quite the gap. Mind the gap, lads. Orc fighters running up, Cardoon warriors, or Iron Crown warriors. If I can get them right about there, they should be relatively safe. Let's pull back the Huskarls just a bit. Bulk champions, you two, fall back until we've made a breach in this front line. And the orc fighters are not doing too bad against the Arthedain footmen. They seem to be training relatively well. They are light infantry versus light with armor-piercing infantry, and they should have relatively similar stats. I mean, 6-7, I know the Arthedain footmen are going to be at least, yeah, 13, but 5 attacks, a little bit lower attack. It is armor-piercing, so that kind of helps against our 4 armor. We seem to be doing actually decently well. I think if we just rush these guys in there, they are still firing up and over the walls, so please get a bit closer, my lads. And the Angmar infantry have docked on the walls. Look at that, fighting the Dunedain Rangers here. Dunedain Rangers, good in melee, but against upgraded, proper, dedicated, medium armored infantry. They're classified as light, but I'd say these guys are more medium. I think they'll have no issue defeating these Rangers. Ooh, that man just got a big cut right across the face. It'd be interesting if they could actually, like, kick these guys off the walls. That would be really fun. Just to double check their stats. 6 and 13. 7 and 12. So they have 1 more melee attack, but 1 less defense. We have a shield advantage and a numbers advantage. Now, we've also made it up on these walls. The Dunedain Rangers not faring as well against the sellswords, but they did bring up Dunedain Wardens. Let's keep working on those. I don't want these Rangers to be able to keep firing at us. Alright, how are we looking here? Most of these Arthedain footmen are defeated. Or about a third, maybe. Now, we do have spears. We do have a Black Shield Warband. They will need to go in and handle the cavalry. But there's also spears and Dunedain bodyguards here. So we're going to want trolls in there. We just need to clear these footmen. And in fact, if we really want to clear these footmen, I say we bring in the snow trolls. Let them get that early damage. They will be useful up here in the back line. Oh, they have the ballista posted on the bridge. So we need to be careful if we get too many units in the front line. Looking back at the defense, Arthedain footmen, Arthedain men-at-arms, and the, what is this, the Númenórean Honor Guard, I think? Or Sons of Númenor, yes, the super elite Arnorian halberdiers. They will be a formidable fight. I wonder how they will fare against bold champions in Northgard, though. I think we've got the advantage. Alright, trolls, where are you? I want you guys to be running in there now. Help us clear the front gate. Come on, lads, run in. We're starting to make progress. 77 Arthedain footmen. If we can just swarm. Come on, lads, come on. Alright, trolls running in. They're not going to get a proper charge, but they can definitely just force their way into the city. Come on, lads. Just make a path. Now, the only downside is that these Arthedain footmen are armor-piercing, so they might do some decent damage to our snow trolls. As we have seen, even Eredluin forgers, like low-tier dwarven militia, can fell these trolls with their hammers, which doesn't make a lot of sense. I feel like these trolls should be resistant to blunt damage. I mean, they are just massive. It would take a lot of force to push into these guys. Alright, let's take these Black Shield Warband, Shield Wall, and this will be the last unit we use into the gates. Look at the trolls just going in, crushing the cavalry now. It's going to be a very brutal fight. If we can get these orcs in here to support, we'll fare much better. Come on, run in here, lads. How are we doing on this side of the fight? Looks like most of the Dunedain Rangers are defeated. Sellswords still fighting here. Dunedain Rangers, Dunedain Wardens, not doing too bad. These snow trolls are really pushing. They will fare very well against the cavalry, who have massive hitboxes, so they'll be able to get a lot of clean hits up against these scouts. Question is, can this shield wall breach the line? Will the orcs be enough? Isn't it almost... I just realized we're sending all the orcs in first. There is not a single human in here. It does look like the first of the trolls did fall, which is unfortunate. It is kind of expected to happen. They are line breakers after all, and they do go in deep. Come on, lads. We need these spears up in the front lines to deal with this cavalry. Come on, lads. Keep pushing. It's hard getting through these gatehouses, though. It's quite the choke point. Come on, lads. Just push. You can do it. These spears will be a great counter against these Dunedain scouts, who are probably out of ammo. Once we do have a chance, we'll get our archers into the city. We could send in some barrow wights. They would really help to push us through this land. Come on, trolls, keep working on those. 3 Arthedain footmen remaining. I believe the Dunedain will fight to the death until we've killed all of their generals. But this is their last city. If this falls, they will not be spared. And even if they survive this battle, they will be spared. They will not be spared. We are the true power in the north, and the lieutenants of Sauron. Honestly, quite the altered history here. Quite the brutal battles, and it's honestly one of my favorite things about the Third Age mods, is creating your own history and narrative campaign of the Third Age. Although the numbers of these armies might be a little excessive. I mean, so many people die in these wars, it's a little insane. Most of the cavalry has gone down. There's a few Cardolan riders on that side, but we are just breaching through the bodyguards now. Come on, lads. Alright, if we can just get these orc fighters... Looks like they're actually getting shaken. That's not good. Alright, come on, lads. Keep pushing. Deal with those Cardolan riders. How are we doing up here? How many rangers survive? Only 12. I think if we just push these Angmar infantry... Yep, get around, surround them, every last man, run in there, and start cutting them from behind. Pro tactic on the walls. Get your troops around them, and you shall surround them. Which, I guess, means the same thing. Excellent work, lads. Alright, how are these rangers doing? 21 left over here. These guys are keeping the wardens occupied, which is nice. Another troll did go down, unfortunately. Kind of expected with these Dunedain bodyguards. Cardolan riders still fighting here. Come on, spearmen. Go this way, please. I need you guys to finish off the Cardolan riders. Stab, poke, thrust. Do what you do best. We do have some orc fighters just going to start pushing their way through the front. I'm going to basically send these guys on a suicide mission to go claim that ballista, but I know they can do it if anyone else can. I think now we will start to march the rest of the army up the way. So we shall do that. Let's run all of you guys up here. North Guard, even these archers, if you guys can get there, that would be fantastic. We did lose the gateway, unfortunately. No, we've recaptured it. Alright, how are you guys doing? Did you beat the last of the rangers? Yes, look at all of those bodies. The sheer brutality. We'll have them flank these wardens. Still working on these Dunedain rangers. The sellswords, definitely outmatching them in skill and with weapon size. That man took a huge hit, but he is surviving, and he is down. A big swipe to the back. This man's fighting one-on-one, but he's going to get swept under the leg. He's on the ground. Can he defend himself? And no, the big overhand swing, chopping this man right through the chest. Brutality, but that is how we do it in the north. Looks like this general is nearly defeated. Can't even tell where he is still. Like 6 bodyguards remain. Alright, orc fighters, head up there, please. It's time. Get up there. We'll give the snow trolls a proper rest that they deserve. Alright, lads. Finish those cavalry. The last are now falling. Another Dunedain bodyguard goes down. They actually have 2 generals here. Interesting. Alright, you guys go there. Iron Crown warriors, flank those wardens. And snow trolls right there would be perfect. Everything else is running up the way. All we need to do is get these orc fighters to finish off the Dunedain. We still have, I think, another general over here. There he is. Oh, getting lost. Where are we? He is taking down these orc fighters. That's to be expected. I'm not sure if the snow trolls can really properly fight a single man like this, just due to their giant hitbox. I mean, they are getting swings in. They might be missing, too. Let's see. I don't think the general has any stagger, although he might. He will take huge hits here. Come on, snow trolls, stop missing. Just finish this man. Come on, start finishing him off. Come on, turn around and hit him properly. Alright, they went for that Dunedain bodyguard. He is on the ground. He is being kicked while on the ground, being stopped. He's still defending himself. Huge hits. I think these trolls have like, what, 40 attack? 34 attack? And they're just playing around with this man right now. Alright, we still haven't killed the general yet. But we are surrounding these Dunedain wardens, and that's exactly what we want. And I do feel... It seems like two-handed units, like two-handed swords, seem to do really well against spearmen. I'm not sure why that is, but they always seem to be pretty cost-effective. Who is left here? Who is still fighting? Are you guys fighting? No, you guys are fine. Alright, have you guys made it to the ballista yet? Not yet. But they are sending in Sons of Numenor. So let's get some Orc Hunters up here. We're going to need Javelins. We're also going to need Archers. We can run them up. Bolt's Champions head up the way. But Sons of Numenor are going to cause a problem for us. We need to be able to flank them. Get the Bolt's Champions up there. And hopefully throw a few Javelins at them too. Still 3 bodyguards fighting. Another one goes down. This guy is surrounded. He should be dead any second now. He is just getting tossed around in melee. He can't even fight back. But they're still going, though. They are going very strong. We might not want to group up this much. Hold on, lads. Just chill. Just chill for a second. Alright, Sons of Numenor on their way. Orc fighters. Oh, no. They're sending in the scouts. That is not good. We'll send in some warband. Here's you guys right there, please. Get ready to fire. Trolls, why don't you run up this way too? This is going to be annoying getting to that ballista now that the scouts are fighting. Alright, you lads, hopefully they just ignore you and you guys can sneak behind. It's going to be hard to shut down that ballista though. Let's run you guys up. Trolls, run up too. Alright, you guys need to stop getting stuck on these bodyguards. That would be great. Now, you guys don't shoot. I don't know what you're planning. Just do not shoot. Alright, Bolt's Champions, where are you? It's time that you guys finish these generals. Wherever they are. I can't even tell. Where is he? Now, how about everyone just get out of the frickin' way, please? Who is left here? Oh, those guys take some serious damage from those scouts. Alright, Sons of Numenor running up. Bolt's Champions getting through here. We'll have to throw a few javelins. Or maybe these javelins can go up that way. Oh, man. Yep, they're getting that ballista. They're giving it even more support. We definitely can't send in the Witch King that way. You lads, get away. I need some armor piercing here. Where is he? Come on, just ignore him. He is still fighting, but it looks like one has finally go down. Ranger Captain Melian has fallen. We still have another general here that needs to go down. Alright. Bolt's Champions, start the fight. Snow Trolls, how we doing? We're making progress. Those ballistas might be dangerous, but they are currently fighting. So it does look like we are having some issues. Alright, here's the fight. Bolt's Champions, Sons of Numenor. Who is the better pike? 11 and 28 versus 11 and 24. I think it's definitely the Sons of Numenor. They have the advantage, but we have the trolls. Let's run them in, shall we? Get in there, lads. Alright, Orc fighters are definitely done. Alright, trolls, I need you to actually charge. This is getting brutal. 86 Sons of Numenor, 118 Bolt's Champions, and the trolls. There we go. That's what I want to see. Brutal stuff. Ah, and if they're taking out of their pike wall, yes. Well, that was about 10 kills. That's pretty good for such an elite unit that we're fighting. This is not where they want to be. The trolls are just destroying their formation, and these Sons of Numenors will be sent flying. And when they are on the ground, they cannot fight back. Yes, this is how you counter extremely powerful halberds. You send in the trolls. And the next general has fallen. High King Valander has fallen this day. And I believe there are no more generals left except for the one at the end of the city. The king has fallen. His son has fallen. It relies on this one captain to hold the day. But I don't think he's got it. I really don't think he's got it. Alright, Bolt's Champions, head up. Guard up against the Arthedain footmen, please. Come on, and there we go. You guys are still relatively fresh, warmed up at least. And with those very brutal cleavers and pole arms, yeah, I think they'll be just fine against the Arthedain footmen. We do have barrow wights on the way. Trolls, go ahead and run into these guys too. And you know what? I think it's time we get the Witch King in here. We do have Terror of the Witch King. We can use that at this fight. And that might give us the push we need. Send you guys up that way. I'm still worried about that ballista. And this is quite the siege. Both champions, though, seem to be doing really well. They're down to only 97, 94 footmen. And yeah, with the trolls fighting alongside our elite infantry. Yeah, this is just brutality for the footmen. They took a bit of damage at first, but my goodness. Having just this sheer mass just to break into enemy lines. They are dying so quickly. Witch King, who are you caught fighting right now? Is there someone really back here? A few Sons of Numenor are still fighting back here, but we have Axemen, we have barrow wights. I think we'll be just okay. This Terror of the Witch King, they are wavering. Their king is dead. 29, and they are routing, fighting to the death. Clean them up, Witch King. Sons of Numenor might be unbreakable, but there's only, what, 3 left? And this poor man is surrounded. Are they relentless? He is not getting kicked around right now. No, he's just running through everyone. They are not relentless. Ooh, I can't even imagine how strong a relentless halberd would be. That is kind of ridiculous. Although I think Ered Luin gets that if they take Buzz Doom. You lads, run up the way, hit those scouts. We'll even send in the trolls. They'll help break that line too. Who has not really fought? We haven't really used the archers. Bring up the barrow wights. These guys haven't really fought. We still have some Iron Crown warriors and you guys. I mean, the archers, we might be able to find a good spot for them too. Alright, we need to shut down those scouts. Run into them, lads. Get out of the shield wall and just frickin' run. Trolls will be able to get to them first. Looks like the ballista is actually retreating. That's great news for us. Alright, Witch King, get in there. Shut down those cavalry. Big charge coming in, and when trolls charge cavalry, it is insane. Especially since cavalry doesn't really have a stagger animation. Charge coming in from the Guardians, but they won't get much of an impact here. But Guardians should have no issue cleaning up the rest of this cavalry alongside trolls. We'll just run all the way through and let them fight. Our Bullock's champions, you guys aren't done yet. We still need to get to the end of the city. How many scouts are left? Just 22, 21. I would not want to be these scouts stuck in a wall right now. Horses unable to move and hungry trolls. That is just brutal. It would be neat if you could actually post archers up in these buildings. I think it could be really cool. But you might honestly need like a different game engine for that. Although, one of my favorite features of Rome 2 is that there's a lot of buildings that look something like, maybe like this one, for example, and you could actually mount your archers up on some of these buildings, like within minor settlements and major settlements. It's really interesting. Alright, that last scout has run away. I think at this point we send in the undead. We send in the Witch King. I mean, what do they honestly have? Some ballista crews, Dunedain bodyguards, and footmen. Yeah, they have nothing to counter the Witch King right now. So we just make our way, send in the barrow wights. Let's go ahead and just send in some orc hunters, though. Have them deal with the ranged weapons that they have. At least get them involved against those bodyguards. And just have them take some of that early damage. We'll put it on time 6. All we need to do is run up the way. You lads are getting shot. I'm not a fan of that. Let's keep moving, shall we? Witch King, make it up, make it up. We don't want to get too close there. I think this would be perfect. Just right there should work. I don't think they'll have any direct line of sight. One might have some sight. Alright, send in the orc hunters. Have them take the damage. Oh, are they just going to start firing that ballista? Okay, never mind. Alright, Witch King's going in. Alright, Orc Hunter's not going to be too useful. Send in the barrow wights. We're going to need these trolls up here. Get the Northguard in. Get the Iron Crown warriors. Alright, shut down that ballista crew. Terror of the Witch King going active and fighting on the ballista crew. That's what we want. And start cleaving them together. We'd have to be worrying of these armor-piercing missile attacks. So yeah, let's get you in there, Witch King. Shut down the Dunedain. And that's what I like to see. Just a full, deep assault right into this bodyguard. Yeah, they'll have no issues getting through here. Barrow wights, start the fighting. It is time. I'll have these ones go around. Bulls champions moving up. Orc hunters go ahead and flank. You lads, why don't you deal with those wardens? Or even just get around that flank. That would be perfect too. I'm not worried if we get flanked with these guys. Go ahead, try to fight these barrow wights. You will not win. My orc hunters, get off to the sides, please. If you guys run in, can you get a proper charge? That would be excellent. Wouldn't it be so unfortunate if the Witch King just goes down here? Barrow wights, not going to get a proper charge. Arthedain volunteers. Okay, so they weren't actually the men-at-arms. They were the volunteers. Barrow wights, get in there, please. Witch King's definitely taking some damage. Let's pull him out. But these volunteers being surrounded by the barrow wights, yeah, they are not long for this portal. These ones actually took some damage. Interesting. See if we get you guys to actually maybe charge back into those bodyguards. I don't know if they're going to be able to do it. Yeah, they're just running through our barrow wights right now. What the heck? Why don't you lads start throwing those javelins? Need some proper damage here. Bold champions up in the way. Got some Northguard. How far are they? Looks like they're finally joining combat here. And I think the rest of these bodyguard are about to go down to the Witch King himself. I mean, all that armor piercing. And the other advantage is that he can't get kill moves on cavalry. So he won't have those, like, invincibility frames. He's just going to constantly get bonked in the head by these giant, ridiculous maces. Are you guys actually firing? I would love it if you would actually shoot your javelins. Like, that would be brilliant. How many volunteers are left? Just 9. I'm surprised they actually did some serious damage to those barrow wights. Alright, start throwing those javelins. Let's kill these volunteers and these wardens. That would be brilliant if you guys could just do that for me. Yep, just the general left. Getting bonked on all sides. Come on, lads. Finish him off. You guys throwing javelins? Finally, it's about dang time. And is this before we actually had the upgraded javelin models? I think it is. I don't think I ever fixed this build. Oh, you guys are going into melee. That just is what it is. Alright, send in the lads. It is basically over at this point. There's nothing they can do. Alright, who is still left here? How many men are still fighting? Oh, the last volunteers are following. The last 2. Excellent. Alright, barrow wights, go into melee. Have you guys flank around. Huskarls, let's get you over here too. And looks like the Arthedain bodyguard is running away. Do we just want to throw some javelins at him? Do it the fun way? I think we shall. You let's go up here. Iron Crown Warriors. Alright, I need all of you guys up into melee. Trolls, just get in there. Halberds, go ahead and start pushing. Yeah, let's throw some javelins in the back of these guys. That'll help a bit more. You lads, run into those footmen, please. Are they going to get a proper charge? Ooh-wee. That's what I like to see. Yes, there we go. Still getting a ton of damage. Alright, let the Huskarls run in. Send in the trolls. Pull out the Witch King. Do we have another terror? Yes, we do. Huskarls running in there. Come on, lads. Can you get a charge? That would be brilliant. I would love that. Yes, the last general is finally defeated. And with the Huskarls in the back, trolls in the house. Yes, they are falling. Their last captain has fallen, and the Arthedain have lost all of their leadership. Men, orcs, trolls, undead. The ultimate alliance of evil. Even a wraith, the Witch King himself, has come to conquer Annúminas. Hey, did they actually rebuilt the place too, so it's gonna be a nice place to live for all of our Angmar rights. Man, this battle really took up the entire video today, didn't it? We'll have time for that dwarf settlement at Freerost, and then I think that'll be it for the episode. Still 53 wardens going down. They're giving it their best. But their best is not enough, and evil shall reign supreme in the north. Be interesting to... One thing I'd always wanted to do is have, like, a randomized start mod where it would be, like, capitals only. At every capital, you can build your restricted units in all, like, major settlements. So I'm talking, like, Helm's Deep, Edoras, Khazad-dûm, Kiris Galadhon, Minas Tirith, Pelargir, Dol Amroth, the Black Gate, Barad-dûr, like all the really big settlements is where you can get all your area restricted units. But it would be like a randomized single faction start mod. And I don't know if that's even possible. I don't even know what it would take. Yes, finally it is over. 832 to 2,000. Who got the most kills? Snow Trolls 378 carrying the day on their backs. Yeah, what I mean is, like, you could have, for example, the Dwarves of Erebor would start in Minas Tirith. At Barad-dûr, you'd have, like, the High Elves. At Rohan in Edoras, you could have, let's say, Breland. In Finabel and Harad, you could have Dale. Maybe in Moria, you have, instead of the goblins, you have Angmar. It just, like, it would be so fun and so interesting to fight, like, different random factions that you don't traditionally go for. But I think the only way you could really do it is by pretty much doing, like, a sub-campaign, remove all of the scripts, basically, and set the spawn points for all, like, the starting lords and stuff at a certain capital, and then anytime you want to have a varied faction start, you just have to, like, mix it all up. We shall occupy the settlement. We shall get a Shrine of Melkor. We'll get rid of the Horse Breeders Guild. Oh, yes, they have the Annúminas Guild House. That's beautiful. That's going to give us such quick recruitment. We'll keep the Dunedain Barracks. That's good for law. And, oh, we even have the House of Kings. Okay. 25% law, morale bonus +5. And free upkeep slots. Beautiful. They really upgraded this place. I love it. Faction destroyed. The Dunedain of Arnor are no more. We shall simply deal with Belicthor. Now, do we just want to auto-resolve it and see what happens? I'm kind of tempted just to do that real fast. Yeah, let's just do this. And they are gone. I don't really mind the losses. We would have lost less if we just did it, but yeah, whatever. The Dunedain are no more. I do not wish to fight Dunland, though. That is not what I wish to do. Is Breland gone? Have they been defeated? Yes, they have. So really, there's Enedwythe over here. Who are they allied with? They're allied with Dunland. They're allied with the dwarves. They're allied with the High Elves. So if they fight us, we're gonna have to fight them and Dunland most likely. We're gonna have to see what we can do. I don't think we can get an alliance with these guys. Oh, this is very generous. Let's just try it. Sweet. Okay. We don't have to deal with Dunland. I don't want to deal with fighting Dunland. And that is perfect. Alright, so we can go up here. Badwila, go ahead and begin the assault on Garth Helgoth. Fili tries to defend it. He's got 103 Dwarven defenders, some Eredluin scouts, and of course the upgraded to Moonzahar nobles with the crossbows. You know, Fili, I don't think you picked the... I don't think you had enough dwarves. I think you have failed to garrison this castle properly. And from here, we only have, what, 3 to 4 more Eredluin settlements? They will have Paham Gathul, Gahuzanar, Thorin's Halls, and maybe Perthun Lune, if they have that. And then all those other weird, like, West Breland, Karas Nurnaled, and other weird settlements that are over here. Crazy how I still remember pretty much the names of most of the settlements in this game. Alright, I think pretty simple tactics. We will not use trolls on the walls, and that's a little annoying because we only get one freaking ladder because the trolls spawned on it. Okay, well, whatever. The thralls can just use that like way over here. I don't care. You guys go there. Hillman, take the front gate. Huskarls right over there. I think we are looking good. I don't think the ballista towers or our ballista will be able to do too much, but we can attempt to fire at something. Alright, lads, run up the way. We can't go there. We can't even go on these walls at all. They have these, like, stupid things on the way, so wow. Siege equipment is useless on this settlement because of these. Okay. I don't know how I feel about that, but at least it's defendable for the dwarves. Like, you have to go through the gate because they built these. Oh well, we won't use siege equipment. I think we'll just run in here, get the landsmen in, then in all the armor-piercing stuff, get the witch knights in here, send in the snow trolls, and that should do it. We'll put this one on time 6 while we get to the gates. Looks like they're just going to defend the town square. They've got a lot of crossbows, so I want the hillmen to go in first. Back here, they do have those dwarven defenders, or dwarven defenders, and the miners slash workers that we will need to deal with. And that's interesting. I haven't seen that captain before for Eriador, like on the militia unit. That might be new. I'm not actually sure. Maybe that's the old thing, but I feel like that's updated. That is not what I remember when I last played Eriador. Alright, lads, we are in the settlement. Run up the way, send in the hillmen first. Basically, I don't want to be dealing with crossbow shots if we can help it. We'll get the witch knights in there. They're effective in melee. Hillmen start running. We're going to need landsmen. We're going to need those axes. They will take some damage. That's okay. First unit of hillmen are engaged. Send it in the second unit. Get the witch knights in there. We could try something with the ballista, but I don't think it's worth it. Alright, landsmen, I need you guys up here fast. Get the huskarls in here. Let's get the archers on the walls if we can. That's always a good tactic to do. Trolls run up the way. Hillman, why don't you go right about there. Stay out of melee for just a moment. While the landsmen start firing. I think at these dwarven laborers would be a good call. Are they already, like, winded? What the heck happened? Now, these hillmen are not having a good time. Come on, throw those javelins. Or I guess axes, technically. That will help us get a ton of kills with those laborers, but we need to save some for the Tumunzahar nobles. A few more axes being thrown. Oh, how ironic. The dwarves, at least Erebor is known for throwing axes. And here we are throwing axes at the dwarves themselves. Another big volley. Can we do it, lads? They have no defense against these, which is perfect for us. We might pull these guys out of the way. Let's have them run to that side. These hillmen will almost certainly get killed off by the Tumunzahar nobles. Like, they will not win that fight, but these hillmen should be able to clear a path onto these laborers. Witch knights, just go ahead and chill. We might be able to just kind of sneak in here too. Yeah, push out that way, hillmen. Open up a gap. I want to throw javelins at those guys. I keep saying javelins. These are definitely throwing axes. Come on, lads. We have so many of you. Just get in on the laborers, please. I don't care if you take damage. Alright, go ahead and throw those axes. This should do some serious damage. They are shielded. But it's better than hillmen trying to fight right now. Oh, here come the trolls. Big volley coming in. I'm going to hit a few scouts in front too. A little unfortunate. They're going to try to shoot back, but their DPS will not match us. Another big volley coming in. There we go. More Tumunzahar nobles falling through the axes flying. Although only 2, so not great. But we will exhaust all of our ammo if we can. Yes, I love seeing that. There's something just so satisfying about throwing weapons in this game. And just seeing them do massive damage to the enemy. And I just love the impact sounds too. More are fallen. Only 23 Tumunzahar nobles still stand. Let's move this way, hillmen. Get out of the way. We still have another unit of landsmen that need to throw those axes. Witch knights, why don't you guys head that way? Angmar archers. Do you guys not go over there? What is this? I want you guys actually stay back here. And then you guys can shoot at those laborers. Come on, lads, keep running. Can I get you like that, maybe? Just do not get into melee. I want you guys to throw. How many Tumultuar nobles are left? Only 16, so not terrible. Definitely not bad. We might just want to throw one at the scouts. No, we'll keep aiming for the nobles. I feel like that's a better use of our time. Use the horn. Come on, throw the axes. And that is some damage. That is what I like to see. Alright, we'll do one more volley right there. No, we probably should shoot at these defenders. I think that'd be a better use. But equally, I mean, there's the general. Yeah, let's throw it at these guys. I think that'll give us a higher kill count. And volley, man, volley. They were a little bit spread out, but 7 kills. I'll take it. A couple of axes left to go. And there it is. Alright, let's get these savages in here. We need the armor piercing. Send in the general. You guys keep on shooting, please. You guys start shooting. Hit those defenders. Don't think the landsmen are armor piercing in melee. No, I don't believe they are. Run in, lads. Hit the defenders if you can. Come on, can you get a proper charge? That would be brilliant. Alright, archers, that's probably enough. And let's send in the trolls now. Come on, lads, get in there. What are you doing? Witch Knights fighting against the Tumultuar nobles. Not a bad fight for them. But if we can get the savages in there, trolls running through, knocking our own men up. A little bit unfortunate there. Dwarven defenders shall not be able to stand up against savages for too long. Big swings coming in. Man, that man just took 2 hits. Didn't even block. What a utter champion. I absolutely love the giant like war clubs that the savages have. It just looks so unique. I forget the name of the weapon, but it kind of reminds me of, I think they're called the Kanabo that they use in Japan. That's basically like a giant club. I can't remember. I think that's it though. Alright, let's get these snow trolls to help out with the defenders and have the Huskarls just fight everything else. Oh, why are they taking so much damage? What just happened? Come on, Huskarls, you are better than that. Come on, get the trolls in there. Savages start to surround them. Only 44 of them remain. If you get some hits in their back, that will be huge. They can't defend those. Another one goes down. These armor-piercing units are so useful. We have the captain taking a huge hit, one backswing from the club, and then the pickaxe from the snow troll. I don't even want to imagine what it would feel like to be hit with a pickaxe from a troll like that. That is definitely breaking all of your bones and going all the way through your body. It might not come out the other end, but you are not going to have a good time. Few dwarven defenders still remain, but the Huskarls are here. Interesting how much damage they actually took, though. That's a little wild. I mean, they have better stats than the savages. Kicks coming in. Trolls doing the Lord Sauron's work here. And I think it's just the general and a few defenders. Let's put it on time 6. The battle is basically over. And any moment now, we will clean up the last of the defenders. 100% are dead. And there's, what, 1 man left in this fight. Don't even know where he's at. Sounds like he's over here. And there it is. 298 to 524. Hillman getting 84 kills, 91. The Landsman getting 66. Huskarls getting a nice 81, but they took some damage there. I think after we take this settlement, we'll probably occupy it. I mean, as much as I want to exterminate it, I don't like to lose buildings, and especially this late into the game, not like it matters too much. But we have more generals that can keep heading up to the front line, and we want to get Agandaur back over here. I'd like to use Agandaur against the dwarves. I don't even remember where Hoonvorn is. Hoonvorn is somewhere, and he hasn't seen action in a while. And Garth Heligoth has fallen. And yeah, we can simply occupy that. See, we would have lost the Elf Haven. We wouldn't have this really nice port. Miners Union, barracks, anything that we can't use. Nope, everything is usable. Except for this practice range, we can get rid of that. We'll grab the Shrine of Melkor, start working on that, and we can even get longships here as soon as we're ready. And we even have some armor upgrades, so let's grab those while we're here. Do all that. Let's actually merge the army. There we go. We have reinforcements on the way, a few more units pulling in. And Karn Doom, why don't we send in your units? And wow, we are making a lot of gold right now. You guys head that way. Barketta has Hoonvorn. We're looking good. We just need to continue west. Osca alone has a mighty garrison. There's whatever's down here. And then simply the elves and the Blue Mountains. But we have just cleaved a path through these lands. Should we invest in Bree? Maybe get a blacksmith? Yeah, why not? And I think that will go ahead and do it for this episode. Herrick will join at Fenestruinen. Agandaur will head up to Osul. We actually have a lot of governors here. If anyone there, we do. Lord Sild, you probably should head up to the front. But you're not that great of a governor. Why don't you just hang out there? Eldakar, head up to Deadman's Dyke. Or maybe Annúminas. Wherever works. And I think that will do it for this episode. So, you know, if you guys are liking the content, just leave that like down there. You know, the standard YouTube monologue. I mean, you guys have heard this from every single guy out there. But it literally does help out. And I really want to keep growing this channel. So, until next time, guys, farewell.